Number 10. Jason Fry. After claiming a $13 million lottery jackpot in late 2007, Jason Fry did what many lottery winners do. He started spending it lavishly. He became the owner of a brand new Cadillac Escalade, and weeks later, he along with his friends enjoyed a limousine drive to Orlando. Fry also spent some money to become a professional golf player. After a few months of leisure, he finally decided to get back to work. He started a Batteries Plus store, followed by buying a driving range in Fort Myers, along with establishing himself as an independent political officer. Although he started off like a typical millionaire, now he acts like a careful and far-sighted businessman who avoids spending unnecessarily and even says, "I don't go out to dinner that much." Number 9. Sue Herdman. Just a few weeks after a fortune teller predicted she would come into money, hairdresser Sue Herdman won £1.2 million on the lottery. Spending the cash on big-ticket items just wasn't for her. Instead, she decided to become a pig farmer, and although she is often knee-deep in mud, she has never been happier. Sue's typical day starts at 6:30 in the morning when she gets up with her partner to tend to the 7,000 pigs on the family farm in northeast England. Also, every 3 weeks around 1,000 piglets are born on the farm. In an interview, Herdman said, "Winning the lottery was amazing, but the first time I brought a piglet into the world, I felt like I'd hit the jackpot." We can only conclude this is not the usual life of a millionaire. Number 8. Yancy Hicks. Yancy Hicks from Chicago was able to materialize his dream after winning $1 million in 2008. Instead of quitting, he kept working at McDonald's, where he was already working for the last 26 years. He's always dreamt of having his own franchise. In the next 4 months, he researched for several restaurant franchises and ultimately decided to go for a Subway franchise. In 2010, he reconstructed the restaurant that today has 9 employees. Yancy didn't spend the rest on expensive things he didn't need and was careful with his new earnings. Yancy's other goal was his daughter's college education, for which he spent from the money he won. The only expenditure he made for himself was a $30,000 Chevrolet Corvette. Number 7. Emma Wildin. Emma Wildin and her husband Philip sketched out a highly professional plan after winning £1 million in 2013. She wasn't interested in getting fame for being a millionaire until the news was broken and the media approached. Being a financial advisor, her husband was a great help in managing the money in their account. The family agreed to set aside $100,000 to blow, and the other £900,000 were used to invest in 2 rental properties. Today, the business is managed by Emma herself, giving her the confidence and the family a regular monthly income. Although her husband would like to buy an Aston Martin, Emma laughs it away, commenting he has to wait for that time to come. Number 6. Roy Gibney. Roy was a sheet metal worker when he scooped a £7.5 million lotto jackpot. Following the win, he started doing what you'd expect from a lottery winner. He bought a 6-bedroom mansion, 3 racehorses, and many other unnecessary things that didn't bring him any profit. Then he realized it would be better to start investing his money. Roy has set up his own sheet metal company and has invested in 14 properties in England, as well as a luxury villa in Cyprus. The property's value has doubled since then. Gibney also thinks it's important to give back, so he has supported many charities, whether it's running charity fishing days or dressing up as Father Christmas for the local hospital. Number 5. Mark Brudenell. The winner of the lotto jackpot of £900,000 in 1997, Mark Brudenell owns a 5-bedroom family home in Stockton-on-Tees, England. When he won the lottery, he was a chemical tanker driver and also the manager of a local bakery. Together with his wife, he's been running a double glazing business for the last 13 years. It was what they had invested in 4 years after winning the lottery. In an interview, Mark said, "We used a majority of our winnings to set up our business. However, we also bought ourselves a great home as well as some lovely cars. Winning the lottery set us up for life and has given us options we would never have had." Number 4. Brad Duke. Brad Duke, the winner of the 2005 Powerball, dreamt of raising his amount to $1 billion within 3 years. What Duke won in 2005 had reduced considerably after taxes. On his lucky day, he said to his father, "I bet you never thought we would both retire on the same day." But actually, Brad started striving harder from that day. He started several projects with about 20 employees, including a personal assistant, accountants, a publicist, salespeople, and consultants. Brad spent a major part of his win in traditional investments and, on the other hand, managed mountain bike races and promotion. Duke thinks that all lottery winners should define what is important to them and develop a smart plan around it. Number 3. Peter Lavery. Peter Lavery is the former bus driver and the winner of £10 million in 1996 in the National Lottery. He's one of those wise spenders who have multiplied the amount they had in their pocket. Despite that he paid $500,000 for expensive luxury cars, Lavery's wealth since claiming the prize has increased 3 times. Today he owns 33 properties given out on rent across Northern Ireland, a number of housing sites in development, and his own whiskey distillery. And Peter also hires more than 70 people around the UK. Number 2. James Harvey and his colleagues. In January of 2005, MIT senior James Harvey was planning to carry out independent study when he found out about Cash Windfall's loophole. Unlike traditional lottery games, Cash Windfall's biggest prize did not exceed $2 million. If the 6-number jackpot was not won, which occurred about 99% of the time, the $2 million prize was rolled down into smaller prizes that matched 4 or 5 numbers, sometimes increasing those prizes tenfold. Harvey determined that during a roll-down, each lottery ticket was worth more than it costs. So, Harvey and his dorm mates placed $1,000 worth of bets that soon became $3,000. The group eventually determined that if they purchased at least $600,000 worth of tickets during a roll-down, they could garner an average profit of more than 15%. So they began attracting investors, and in 2010 they won nearly the entire Cash Windfall prize in a single drawing, purchasing 700,000 $2 tickets and cashing in 860 of the 963 winning slips. Estimates say the group earned about $3.5 million over 7 years. However, in 2011, the lottery restricted the number of tickets any store could sell in a day, and the game was stopped in 2012. Number 1. Joan Ginther. As the people call her the luckiest woman, Ginther has won the lottery 4 times. Most people believe that winning the lottery 4 times is more than what could be called a coincidence. This 63-year-old Texan won $5.4 million in 1993. Then some 10 years later, she won $2 million. Then 2 years later, $3 million. And in the summer of 2010, she was lucky enough to get a $10 million jackpot. The $20.4 million she won tops not only cases involving seemingly normal players, it even exceeds examples involving lottery cheaters who beat the system through various illegal schemes. Many experts doubt her luck and believe that she, a math teacher, cracked the algorithm and found out the lottery winning secrets. One of the explanations is that she bought a huge number of high-priced tickets and used the strategy similar to the one used by the MIT students you've just heard about.